Hey, what's up guys? Will Mallon here, owner of First Light Fishing Company. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining the process of tying egg sacs. I'm an angler with over a decade of fishing experience. I've tied literally tens of thousands of egg sacs in my life, and this is how I do it. So here's what you'll need. First thing, you need the eggs. Without high quality eggs, you can't tie egg sacs. I prefer a cure that firms up the eggs so that they're not popping with every egg sac that you tie. Not quite a bouncy ball egg, although those work pretty good. I like an egg. As long as it doesn't pop too easily, it works for me. You'll need some mesh. Today I'm tying up in some orange, but you can choose whatever colors you like. Pink, blue, peach, white, purple, they all work great. I'm choosing to color match my thread to mesh today, although it can be beneficial to, let's say, do red thread on a chartreuse egg sac. Give that contrast, a little hot spot, and that could catch you more fish. But today I'm choosing to color match orange with orange. Then you'll need some scissors to cut the excess mesh after you tie it up, and then a container to put them in. And then additionally, totally optional, is a set of gloves. These are like a heavy duty nitrile glove because some of these egg cures can dry out your hands. So I'm choosing to tie with some gloves today. Other than that, a nice big workspace and a chair is helpful, although not needed, because I like to lay out 30 to 60 at a time and then tie them up instead of doing them individually. I found laying them out is a lot smoother and a lot more efficient. A cup with some holes in it or a strainer is also beneficial if you want to choose to rinse your eggs, if you want them to be a little more plump and a little cleaner, because when they're in the bags, they are in the juice, and the juice holds scent. So if you tie them with the juice, when you fish them, they will have more scent being put out in the water, but it will make your workspace a little more messy. So I usually choose to rinse them just so it's cleaner when I'm working. Another thing that is helpful is a spoon or some sort of thing to dish out your eggs from the cup onto the mesh. I don't have a spoon here at the shop today, so I'm just gonna do it by hand. I'm gonna start by rinsing some eggs and then laying out some mesh. Alright, I've got my 30 laid out. Now it's time to get some eggs onto the mesh. And today, I'm not tying huge egg sacs. I'm probably doing, since these are pretty plump eggs, probably 6 to 8 eggs per sac. Sometimes I tie, 5 eggs in the sac. Sometimes I do closer to 10 or 12. But today I'm doing pretty moderate sized egg sacs. You gotta size them to the water and conditions that you're fishing. Really dirty water, you want a bigger egg sac so that the fish can see it. Really clear water, you want a pretty small egg sac so you don't spook the fish. Because in clear water, they can already see so easily, you don't really need to get their attention as much as you would in dirty water. All right, I've got all the egg sacs laid out. Now I'm gonna take my Atlas Mike's magic thread and tie them up. So here's how you tie an egg sac. You're going to take your mesh and you're going to fold it up in half. You can do corner to corner or edge to edge. And then you will take this side, bring it up, grab it with these fingers, and this side, bring it up, grab it with these fingers. So you just took all the loose ends, brought it to the top, and now your eggs are cradled down at the bottom. It's kind of like making a crab rangoon. If you ever had Chinese food, crab rangoon, very similar to this. Then I switch my hands. Now my left hand is holding the excess mesh and the eggs are cradled nicely right there, and it's already starting to take that nice egg sac ball shape. Then you take the end of your magic thread, and I tuck it right under my thumb. And now everything is secure because my thumb and left hand is holding everything together. Then take my right hand and I go 1, 2, pull a little bit. Not quite snapping it off, but giving it some tension. When you're wrapping, make sure it's nice and loose. Loose, loose, pull. Loose, loose, pull. And you can do this process between 3 and 5 times. I typically will do 10 wraps total. And then the last one, you will pull it until it snaps right off. And now your eggs are nice and cradled, nice and secure. No knots, no nonsense. Then you're gonna take your scissors and you can cut it as close as you like. I like to leave a little bit. And there you go. You have a completed egg sac. Now I'm gonna do this for all 30. I'll come back when I'm done. I'll tie one up this way so you guys can see it from my point of view. You can also, if you want a really tight egg sac, after you bunch it up and transfer hands, you can give it a half twist or a full twist, and that way it really tightens up that egg sac. And then you lock it in with some thread, and you're kind of tying, I'm wrapping kind of onto the egg sacs when I pull it, and that gives a really tight egg sac. Keep in mind, only some egg cures will be able to withstand this kind of force on the eggs, like a Pawsky Fire Brine, Baraxo, some salt cures, or the way that we cure our eggs here at First Light, they can withstand some pretty good pressure. All right, I got all 30 egg sacs tied up, and I usually wait till the end to cut them all. That way I lay them all out, tie them all, and then cut them all. That way I'm not doing each one individually, and you get a lot more tied a lot faster. Now I'm gonna cut all the loose ends off and toss it in the trash can. And just for efficiency, when I cut the loose ends off, I make sure to get the extra piece of thread as well. That way they're both in my hand, and when I cut it, I'm cutting the mesh to size as well as cutting off that excess thread. So I get both in one slice instead of taking the time to do multiple cuts. And just leave it about that much. A little fuzz if you want to put your hook in there, but really not leaving a whole lot on the egg sac. And just like that, I got them all tied up, all 30, and they're all cut and looking nice. And now you toss this whole thing on your hook. You can hook it in the top fuzzy part, or you can hook it anywhere else. Just hook it, this mesh is so strong, you only need to hook it barely on the hook and it stays on perfectly fine. And egg sacs are some of the best bait money can buy for salmon, steelhead, and trout. Last step, I'm gonna grab my flip top vial toss these guys right in here. And then I'll label the top before I toss them in the fridge or freezer, just so I know at a glance what's inside the container. And these egg sacs with our cure, if you freeze them right, meaning like in a container like this, and then toss this container in another bag to prevent freezer burn, these will last easily a year in the freezer. And in the fridge, 2 to 4 weeks. But I typically keep them in the freezer. Let's say I go on a fishing trip in October and my next one's not till December. I'll toss them in the freezer for those 1 or 2 months. Take them out, thaw them, and they're still ready to fish. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you want to tie egg sacs yourself, I have a curated selection of all the materials you need for tying egg sacs. The eggs, the mesh, the magic thread, containers, everything you need. If you're thinking this is too much of a hassle to tie the bait, or you don't have time to tie your own egg sacs, we also provide the already completed, tied, and in the container egg sacs on our website as well. And you can find them in blue, pink, purple, white, chartreuse, every color, already tied, and we ship them right to your door. We ship them frozen, so they thaw on the way, so they don't spoil. And we provide an ice pack along with the egg sacs just to further prevent the chance of them spoiling. Although they are cured and they will last a couple days unrefrigerated, we just don't want to take that risk. All the egg sacs and egg sac tying materials are linked down in the video description. I hope you guys learned at least one thing new by watching this video. Until next time, get tying. See you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video all the way through. If you guys want to check out the shop, we're located at 5 Village Square in Hannibal, right near Oswego. And if you can't make it in person, check us out online, firstlightfishingco.com. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.